Hello, welcome to the first ever Lobro Show. I'm your host, Lobro. I wish I had a more memorable intro than that, but this is the first ever recording of my show. You're probably wondering who I am. I've been streaming a version of this show on Twitch for the off and on for the last, I want to say, 6 or 7 years. And just so you know, by the way, this is being recorded live on Twitch. You can join us if you're listening at twitch.tv/lowbro on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UTC. Or you can go to our website anytime and check it out at lowbro.show. I've always had a passion for improving myself, becoming better, changing, and just being a creature of change. And I've been sharing that in the Lobro Show for the last 6 or 7 years, my journey along the way and the things that I've done. And people have seen my growth and my change. And I've never claimed to be an expert on anything because I talk about personal development. I talk about consciousness. I talk about mindfulness. I talk about self-improvement. Anyway, like I said, I don't claim to be an expert on anything, but I am a creature of learning, and everyone that has been a part of the audience of this show has seen me growing over the years and has seen that growth. And so I've never claimed to be an expert, but you can see the change along the way. I facilitate change. I help people change. I want people to want to help themselves. I want people to take care of themselves. I want people to come together as a community, to love one another, to do what it's not a Christian show by any means, but to do what Jesus said, to love your neighbor. I want to facilitate a place where you can find positive self-improvement content on a regular basis, whether you're here live or you listen to it later. I want you to find value in that. And I'm going to learn along the way. There's so much I still have to learn about myself and what I want to teach, because the main segment of my show is called Becoming Glow in the Dark, and that is the self-improvement part. But I don't even know what that means totally yet. But I'm on the journey to learning how to be happy for no reason. Just joy because it exists, because I'm alive. Not need anything external to have a sense of peace in me. And that's my journey, and that's where I'm going. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But a little bit about myself. Like I said, I've always been a student of personal growth. About 6 or 7 years ago, I worked for a large coffee company chain on the West Coast. I won't bring them up, don't need to talk about them. I was an assistant director of training there. Basically, I was the trainer of trainers. I taught people how to teach people what they needed to know to become a barista. And we took a program that used to take months and we shortened it down into something that took, maybe just several weeks. And the idea of shortening that and teaching people just the essentials and just getting the essentials and letting them learn everything else on the job, actually like I guess what I'm saying is redoing that whole training process and implementing it that way actually taught me so much about what it means for someone to grow, because I can physically see people changing and getting things and growing. So I have this understanding of what it takes for them to get there. But that doesn't mean, I have this understanding of what it means to get there. But I lost my train of thought there. I went to cough and muted myself and lost my train of thought. Right, I was the trainer. I have ADHD, if you didn't know. We'll talk about that, I'm sure. It's one thing I'm working on and growing on. But I was the trainer of trainers. I taught people how to teach people, and I was trying to just get the essential information out so they could learn the rest on the job. And what that taught me is what it takes to teach people, teaching people just enough, not showing them the way, but maybe asking people questions that lead them along the way, right? Um, so yeah, so anyway, I did that for several years, and I left that job after loving it to do this show full time. But that was right as COVID hit, and I was struggling with my own mental health, and the show did not end up becoming what it is now. But it's here now. We're doing it now. But that journey, going through my mental health struggle with bipolar, I have bipolar type 2, ADHD, the panic attacks I was having, the divorce I went through, going through all of that taught me so much about resiliency, loving myself. Um, but I just wasn't able to produce this show at the same time. But anyway, like I said, this show has been in development for the last 6 or 7 years because I started doing this 6 or 7 years ago. I want to say actually 7 or 8 years ago. Started in 2017. I should say that because who knows when you're listening to this. You could be listening to this years later. I started in 2017. It's 2025 now. And I've taken time off. And during that time off, I worked for a dog training company. The reason I'm telling you this is because I've always been teaching people. Even working for the dog training company, I was teaching people how to teach people. You know what I mean? Or sorry, teaching people how to teach dogs, not people. I mean, teaching people how to teach dogs, you would think is easier than teaching people how to teach people, but actually it's not. If you're asking questions while we're live, feel free to save them and ask for after the show, and I'll happily answer those. I might sometimes respond to chat, and you'll hear me discuss those things. So if you hear me refer to chat, I'll make sure that I say, hey, oh, someone from chat said this, and that you'll know we're referring to something that someone said. Yeah, someone in chat just said a dog trainer really is just training people how to teach dogs. That's it. That's what a good dog trainer is. And I became good at it because I was a good people trainer. All the people that get into dog training that I notice are good dog people. But dog people, like people who are like obsessed with dogs and have lots of dogs, tend to be introverted, not super like people. You know what I mean? I'm not even putting that down. There's different strokes for different, like everyone's different, right? And I'm even an introvert. I just love people. I'm kind of an oddball in that sense. But I was teaching people how to teach dogs. I still do that because I worked for that company for about 3 months and they let me go saying they ran out of business. So I started my own business and I've been doing that since up until now. And I'll probably still be doing that. But if I could make the Lobro Show my main thing, then let's make it happen because that's been my dream for so long. It's time to make it a reality. So I'm here to celebrate that just as much as I am to tell you about me. And this is a good rehash for a lot of the people who have been here a long time that maybe don't know this stuff about me. But now we can joke about the fact that this show has been in development for the last 8 years. It hasn't really, but it has in the sense that it took the life journey that I went on and overcoming what I needed to overcome to get here. So I'm going to work on the as well. That's something I'm self-aware of. Speaking of self-awareness, let's talk about becoming glow in the dark. This will be the recurring segment that you hear on every single episode from here on out. If that ever changes, I'll let you know, but I think this is going to be the main series, the main book. Sorry, I was reading chat a little bit. Anyway, the main recurring segment that you'll hear all the time is glow in the dark. Becoming glow in the dark, which means becoming the best version of yourself, learning how to have joy for no reason. And it means multiple things because people in this community hear me talk about wave riders. In fact, the name of the title of this is Way of the Wave Rider. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I've been calling the community members of the Lobro Show wave riders for a really long time. And it has this deep meaning that I want to share with you guys here in a little bit. So the glow in the dark segment is going to be a weekly segment that you guys hear. It's my journey becoming the best version of myself. It's my journey learning how to glow without needing anyone else in the world. Becoming glow in the dark is my journey to not needing anything external to have my own light, to have peace inside. I mean, if Viktor Frankl could do it in Auschwitz, I know it's getting dark real fast, then I know I can do it. Maybe. I hope. I mean, he's an inspiration. I want to do it if he can. So if he can do it in the worst of times, I think I can do it in the world that we're living in now. So I want to learn how to have such peace of mind that I can glow, basically glow in the dark. Even if everything around me is dark, I glow. That's what that means. So when I started this show a long time ago, the thing that I learned most about it is that I'm actually teaching what I'm learning. So you guys are seeing my progress along the way. I'm not ever claiming to be an expert. And the show started because I was teaching what I was learning. I actually started this thing gaming. I would stream and get into games and I would notice people would leave. And so I realized that maybe I don't play games. Maybe I just continue talking about the things that I'm passionate about. Personal development, improving myself, learning how to glow without needing anything external. Maybe that's what I should talk about. So it turned into that because the audience was here for that. I said the Wave Riders is something I wanted to talk about, and that's going to be the next 3 episodes. This is going to be part 1 of 3, but it's called Way of the Wave Rider for a reason. I have always called my community members Wave Riders, and I can't even remember the original reason why I chose that, except for the fact that Ride the Wave sounded cool to say. And it kind of fit the vibe of our theme and community here. So over the years, I have discovered that Ride the Wave actually has such an incredibly deep meaning. Over my personal growth journey, learning about, and my journey of learning about myself, having to be so aware of myself that I can notice before having like a panic attack or something. You have to learn extreme self-awareness when you want to overcome something like that. And that's what it takes to be a wave rider. See, riding the wave means to be aware. It means 3 things, really. It means to be aware that you're aware. I'll explain all of these. It means to be present. And it means to be open. To be aware, to be present, and to be open. Why does it mean that? Because ride the wave means to be here in this moment, riding this wave we call life. But you can't be riding the wave if you're lost in thought land somewhere. If you're daydreaming, thinking about something, you can't be present. You can't be riding the wave if you're lost in thought land. If you're at the movies and you're watching a movie, right? You're in this cold, dark theater with other people, right? You're not thinking about the fact that you're sitting next to all these strangers. You're totally immersed in the show that you're watching, right? Totally immersed in the show that you're watching or movie. What if you could feel what the characters were feeling? That's kind of like what real life is like, right? Think about it for a second. When you're aware that you're aware, and if you've ever practiced meditation before, what you've learned is to be aware is to just notice your thoughts doing things. Not get lost in those thoughts. See the thought. See the wave, but don't get lost in the wave. Notice the wave, right? Allow the brain wave to happen. Just notice it go, but you don't have to get lost in it. That's actually what meditation is. It's being so present that you're in this seat of awareness, just noticing your thoughts and learning to be the awareness noticing. Because if you think about it, I'm not thinking of thinking these words that I'm saying right now. They're just coming out of me. I'm not thinking I am going to say this. It just comes out. Where does that come from? This voice, this person that I call Lobro. I'm actually, it's getting a little weird, right? I'm actually this awareness inside listening to the Lobro speak. I know that's weird. I know that's a little out there. But that's called wave riding, is to be so present that you're aware and you can notice the waves without getting caught in them. You can ride them and choose the ones you want to get caught up in, right? What if you have this passion and dream and this goal and something you're focusing on? You could get lost in that thought land, but you don't want to be lost in thought land about your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, about some other relationship or some friendship breakup or something, because I know that one super well, and that has caused me panic attacks in the past, and I've had to overcome that too. It did get slightly existential, as someone said in chat. You are the awareness watching the one talk in your brain. If you evaluate this for yourself throughout the week, after this episode, after the show's over, evaluate this week. This can be my mini challenge for you. To be aware that you're aware. Start noticing your thoughts. Are you the one talking? Are you thinking to think your thoughts? Or are you just the one listening to them? I don't know about you, but my thoughts just come up. They just come to me. They just show up. I don't know where they come from, but I don't have to get caught up in every single brainwave. And if you have ADHD, man, it's noisy in here. Man, did I turn off the stove? I should get to work. I need to get ready. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that thing. I'm hungry. And it just goes on and on and on. And if this is driving you crazy, learning to ride the wave is going to be so valuable for you, because it means learning how to notice the person talking, but not get caught up in it. And eventually, you know what happens? Your mind starts to quiet down. Why would you want to quiet your mind? Because you have this piece of the present moment. Brain be noisy as heck, as someone in chat says. Exactly. Being present gives you this peace of mind. Here, think about it this way. I am streaming this show live on Twitch, lobro.tv/ sorry, that's wrong. Twitch.tv/Lobro or lobro.show. I'm streaming this live right now. I am doing this right now, meaning all the other things in my life that I have to worry about, the stressors, the problems, the aches, I can't fix any of those in this moment. So why even worry about them? So what I'm saying is, if you've got these worries and you're at work, why worry about them? You're going to be here for the next 8 hours anyway, right? Might as well be here in a good mood, even if you got to deal with it later. Can you put it on a shelf for later? So I don't worry about the things that is for future Lobro to solve. I know that is like a silly thing that people say, that's for future me to solve, but sometimes that's actually true in what you should do. It means I'll cross that bridge when I get there. There's so many things I want to do with this show. I can't do them all now. I have to cross that bridge when I get there. I got to plan it out in phases. And you know what I planned? I said that when I was doing this show on a weekly basis, that is when I know I'm in phase 2. But I'm not there yet. I'm almost there. So riding the wave is being aware that you're aware. It's knowing that you're here. It's me riding the wave right now is me knowing I'm not the one talking to you. I'm just hearing it. Okay? Evaluate this for yourself throughout the week. Just like a movie, it's like, here's another good example. When you're lost in thought land, you've become an NPC. You know how you get to work and you're like, I don't remember even driving to work. That is literally what meditation is. If you can harness that, you can meditate. And if you don't remember getting to work, that means you got lost in some place and probably were in like a meditative state because you've done that drive a million times. So when you're aware that you're aware, you're no longer an NPC. This is like Neo waking up in the Matrix. This is giving you a whole new level of control. And this gives you a level of self-awareness that you've never had in your life. It's not necessarily disassociation, SRF. That's different. As someone in chat said that. That's a different thing, but that can happen. Make sure you're not disassociating, guys. But this is like Neo waking up from the Matrix. To be aware that you're aware allows you to see things without getting lost in them. And we'll talk about this in the next couple episodes, part 2 and part 3. But this allows you the ability to see a thought and not get lost in it. That also means my panic attacks, I can see them coming from a mile away because the thought comes up before the emotion. I have this chance to decide how I want to respond. And you know what that does? Instead of stuffing it away and letting myself just feel the emotion out, it starts to go away. It's like magic. It's almost as if I'm dealing with my issues. So the next time an emotion comes up, don't fight it. Allow it. That's what being open means. That's the third part of being a wave rider. Be aware, be present, and be open. So being a wave rider is harnessing life to your advantage. It's being here in this moment and knowing I can be in a good mood now, right now, in this moment, even with everything else going on, because there's nothing I can do about it now. And if I could do something about it now, I'd be doing something about it now. And I'm not dismissing feelings. I'm actually saying the opposite. I'm saying allow yourself to feel those. Don't stuff them down. Feel them. But evaluate it for yourself this week. You'll start to realize you are not a human being. You're the awareness witnessing a human being's life. I got that from the book called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. Probably one of my best recommendations for anyone. You can ignore, even if you want, you can ignore some of the little esoteric parts of it. It talks about chakras and stuff like that sometimes. But it's teaching about, I mean, if you believe in that, go ahead and believe it. That's fine too. I'm not putting down or agreeing with any particular religion or belief system right now. But my point is that when you read the book or you listen to the book, you'll learn this new self-awareness. It teaches you that you're the one listening. And that's kind of what I'm teaching today. I took a portion of that and I shared it with you. Much of it is inspired by Michael A. Singer. I have to give credit where credit's due, right? Like I learned this from somewhere else, and I've been learning this for the last several years. It was even before this book that I started learning this. I will have a book list posted soon. I don't have one yet. But when you become the wave rider, you realize that you're not the wave. You're not getting lost in that thought. You're not the brain wave, okay? You're the one witnessing it. You're the rider. When you ride the wave, you become an awakened being. You're no longer an NPC. You're just the one experiencing it. The one wave among a sea of consciousness. We have lots of people who call themselves the same thing. I am. You are me living another life. And I hope that gives you a new perspective on relationships and love and people, because if you think about it, when Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself, you are me living another life. We are both such similar beings, just living in different circumstances. We have such little control than we actually think over our lives, giving you the ability to watch yourself like a movie, giving you this new superpower of self-awareness to see things before they come, the ability to change. And I'm not even telling you what to change. I'm just showing you yourself. You'll change yourself along the way, just becoming self-aware. So from now on, when you hear me say ride the wave, I'm reminding you, be here, be aware. When I say ride the wave, I'm saying be aware, be here, and be open. I'll explain the other two parts in the next couple episodes, but when I say ride the wave at the end of this episode, it's a reminder to be present. It's a superpower that many people have not even closely taken advantage of. We call our community here the Wave Rider Society. If you would like to join us and you're listening to this live or later, you can go to lobro.community in any web browser, and it'll take you to our Discord. If not, you can go to lobro.show and click the Discord link. Lobro.show is the main website. If you'd like to support this show or get the audio to this show right after recording, because the public will get this a week after release, you can sign up at lobro.show. There'll be a little join link. You click that. You can check out the different memberships. There's a discount for Twitch subscribers. So if you're watching this live and you're a subscriber, you get a discount to that membership. So in our community, something this community has done that's very unique and special for a really long time, they're called Glowstick challenges. We've been telling this Glowstick story for years, and it's evolved. I used to say that breaking makes us come alive, like dealing with adversity makes us come alive. But I didn't like that because none of us are broken. When you really evaluate it and think about it, we're all perfect as we are in this moment. There's nothing you need to change, even though it's a paradox. Even though I'm talking about self-improvement, there's nothing you need to change right now. Just be aware of yourself. That's it. Just be present. When you have that presence, you're fine as you are. And you'll learn. So the story we've been telling in this community for a long time is not that you'll break now. The way that I describe it now is, what is the purpose of a glow stick? A glow stick, you take it, you break it, and you throw it. It's an emergency light in the dark. So we're kind of like a glow stick when we overcome our adversity, because the only way to get there, to get anywhere, is to overcome the challenge of getting there. So whatever adversity there is in your life, whether you have cancer and you're going through chemo, whether someone recently passed, maybe you're dealing with legal issues, I don't know, substance abuse. But overcoming your adversity isn't breaking. It's coming alive. It's actually the purpose of the glow stick, is to crack that internal core and come alive. That means being open. That means no longer having a shell blocking yourself from the outer world. It means just being so open, allowing everything that comes and overcoming your adversity. It's this, you're not breaking, you're coming alive. That's the purpose of a glow stick. Your purpose in this life is to deal with your own personal adversity. Have you ever heard of Ryan Carroll's book? It's a Stoicism book called The Obstacle is the Way. That's another way to say it. Great book, by the way. Great book. So, back to the glow stick challenge. Every 7 weeks, 8 weeks from now on in our community, we're going to do a glow stick challenge. 7 weeks on, 1 week off. We might take longer breaks now and again to maybe line up with holidays or something. I don't know. But we have one scheduled right now. And it starts on September 20th. I think. What's the date today? Yeah, the 13th. So today is September 13th, 2025. The challenge starts September 20th, 2025 and lasts for 7 weeks. You do not need a glow stick, but a glow stick helps. The idea is you save a glow stick, one unbroken. You can get one at the dollar store. You don't have to use one at all. You can buy one from me from my shop, lobro.shop or lobro.show, and click merch or shop at the top. It'll take you to the store. You can buy a glow stick pack. I'll sign a thank you card with some stickers and give it to you. But the idea is you set a goal for yourself. You say, and you know what mine is right now for this challenge? My goal for this challenge is for the next 7 weeks, I'm going to make 7 recordings of this episode. Weekly episodes. It's a challenge. This is my first time recording and doing this live and doing all this, so I'm doing it. I'm just jumping in, feet first, recording, doing it weekly, and I'm going to do 7, even if I miss a week. That's why I said 7, not weekly. I want to allow myself time off if it happens, but also the opportunity to do a makeup stream and record it. So, my challenge, and I'm saving a glow stick for, is, thank you for the support, chat, to record an episode every week or 7 total episodes over the 7-week challenge. And then I'll crack a glow stick. I posted it in our Discord. If you want to join, you need to make sure you have the glow stick challenger role. But I have something to do right now, and this is kind of a big deal. For the last 7 years, I've been saying I was going to turn this show into a live video podcast. And I haven't done it. For as long as I can remember, I've been saying I wanted to turn this into a live video podcast, and I haven't done it until now. It's happening. So I have this glow stick in my hand right now that I'm going to crack that has been long overdue because it never happened until now. I'm following through. I'm making my dream a reality. I hope this inspires you to make your dreams a reality as well. There it is. Yeah, look at that bright blue color. Beautiful. That is 2 glow sticks. One last week for coming back to streaming, and this new one for finally recording my first ever episode of the Lobro Show. So I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you where you can find us. Go to youtube.com/Lobro. You'll be able to watch this right after the show's air. If you would like to listen audio, you can get the audio at lobro.show and sign up for a membership, and you'll get the audio right away as an RSS feed that you can put into any podcast service that you use or listen to. Otherwise, you'll hear this in a week after the show airs. The first episode I'm just going to send out right away, but from then on following, all episodes will be released a week later unless you're a Lobro Watch member at lobro.show, the website. If you want to join us for pre-show self-improvement discussions, glow stick challenge, ideas, help, discussion, we do all of that at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Universal Time on Saturdays. And we start the show about an hour into that you're hearing now. And that wraps it up for our first ever Lobro Show. I thank you guys for being here, and I'm super proud of this accomplishment. Thank you for all the support over the years, and if you're a new listener, welcome in. I hope you join us at lobro.community in our Discord, and I'll see you guys soon. Remember, ride the wave.